You speak English? 1, 2.
It's delicious.
What is turtle, anyway? Are you different from other nuns?
The story begins in 1944, in the midst of World War II. Gunfire echoes across the Pacific as we meet Captain Allison, a U.S. Marine whose unit was ambushed by Japanese forces. Alone and desperate, he escapes on a rubber raft, drifting for days until he spots a remote island. Exhausted but alive, he reaches shore, pulls his raft to safety, and begins searching for signs of life, only to find nothing but trees and rocks. That's when he comes across a small church. Inside, he meets Sister Angela, a Catholic nun. Startled by his presence, she backs away, but Allison quickly assures her, "Don't be afraid, I'm American. You're safe now." He asks how many people live on the island. She replies, "Just me." Angela explains she arrived with a priest to evacuate elderly clergy but found the island already occupied by Japanese soldiers. Forced into hiding, the priest sadly fell ill and died, leaving Angela completely alone. Everyone back home assumed she'd been captured. Allison shares his own story. His unit was attacked, and he's the only one who made it out alive. As days pass, Angela gives Allison food and shelter. One morning, he wakes to find her praying. Later, they search for food together. Allison climbs trees for coconuts and fruit but craves protein. Spotting a turtle offshore, he and Angela paddle out to catch it. It's not easy. Allison falls into the water, but together they manage. Back on land, they cook and eat the turtle. Angela asks if he has family. Allison reveals he's an orphan who grew up in an institution before joining the military. Angela, also an orphan, chose a life of faith and became a nun. Their peace doesn't last. A Japanese fighter jet flies overhead, prompting them to hide in a cave Allison had previously discovered. The next morning, Japanese aircraft bomb the island, destroying their shelter and the church. Soon after, Japanese troops land and set up a weather station, also destroying Allison's raft. Forced to stay hidden in the cave, Allison stands guard while Angela hides deeper inside. Angela suggests surrendering, believing the Japanese wouldn't harm a nun. But Allison refuses, fearing they'd still hurt her. One night, he sneaks out to fish. When spotted, he plays dead and survives. Angela eats the fish but later vomits, her body unable to digest it after years of not eating meat. Later, Allison sneaks into the Japanese camp to steal supplies. It's risky, and he has to hide overnight. Angela wakes up and fears he's dead, but when he returns, she's relieved and upset. He promises not to disappear again. Trying to lift her spirits, he gives her a flower and a comb, which makes her smile. He gently asks if she's ever thought about a different life, not as a nun. She reveals she hasn't taken her final vows yet. She still has time. One day, they hear voices. The Japanese are leaving. Overjoyed, they realize food is no longer a problem. Allison confesses his growing feelings, telling Angela he's been lonely all his life and wants to marry her. Angela, though moved, gently declines. She's committed to God. That night, heartbroken and drunk, Allison mocks her vows and compares their situation to Adam and Eve. Hurt, Angela runs into the forest during a storm and collapses. The next morning, Allison finds her unconscious and carries her back, only to realize the Japanese have returned. He hides her in the cave again. Desperate, he sneaks into the enemy camp to steal medicine and blankets. Caught by a soldier, Allison kills him in self-defense. He returns, tends to Angela's wounds, and prays for the first time. When she wakes up, she asks who changed her clothes. Allison admits it was him and apologizes deeply for everything. Angela forgives him. Suddenly, bombs explode outside. The Japanese are panicking. Allison realizes the American Navy is launching an attack. But there's a problem. 4 hidden Japanese cannons threaten the incoming forces. Allison believes God would want him to help and sets out to destroy the guns. Though injured in the process, he succeeds and saves countless lives. The Navy lands safely. Angela treats his wounds as he's placed on a stretcher. "It's time for us to say goodbye," Allison tells her. Angela responds, "Even if I don't spend my life with you, you'll always be in my heart." As the Navy raises the American flag, their eyes meet one last time. Though they part ways, they never forget each other. this story reminds us that true love isn't always about being together. Even when people are apart, their hearts can remain connected. Friends, if you were in Allison's shoes, would you risk your life to protect your country? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic stories.